What is up, guys? Danny here again with another video, but this kind of video is it's gonna be a little bit different. So let's play some Team Rumble while I just talk to you guys for a little bit. So I don't remember if it was a couple of videos ago, or I don't know, like I feel like I probably said it in a video, but I know I've talked to my friends about it. I've talked about making a commentary video. I just never knew how to go about it or what to do. I guess the best thing I could do is explain why I'm making this now instead of earlier or later. I guess let's do it. The other day, me and my friends were hanging out. My friend watches my videos. He enjoys them. He likes them. We were talking about it, and he was asking me why I don't make commentary videos. And you know, that conversation that's been going on. Like I've been having that conversation with myself for like a while now, and I think I feel like now is just a better time than ever. So after me and him chatted it up, talked about YouTube, we talked about a lot of things, and I think right now is just a good time to do it. So fuck it, you know, here's my first commentary video. I've tried doing this in the past. I didn't know what to talk about, and I wanted to use this as like an opener, I guess you could say, as to like, hey, you guys can ask questions, you know, like, how was my middle school life? How was my high school life? How was this part? You know, I could talk about bad relationships. I could talk about like after high school things. You know, there's stuff that happened during the summer. My experience in Brazil when I went last year, 2018. There's a lot of cool shit that like has happened that I could talk about. I just don't know, like, I guess how to go about it. It's kind of hard because there's like a lot of things you want to talk about, and sometimes it could take too long, sometimes it could be too short. So one of the things that I have been wanting to talk about, that I've told the story to my friends about a bunch of times, is my transition from 8th grade to 9th grade, becoming a freshman in high school, meeting some of the people that I met, and my very first experience in my language class, which I had to take Italian. The reason why I chose Italian is because on my mom's side, my grandma that passed away, I don't know how many years ago, it feels like it's been forever, but you know, I grew up with my grandma being present in my life, and you know, she'd pick me up from school, come from Brazil, we'd spend time together, it was cool. And you know, my grandmother ended up passing away, and I wanted to do something a little bit different than everybody else was doing, but at the same time I kind of wanted to homage my grandmother that passed away. So leading up from 8th grade to 9th grade, I decided I was going to take Italian. Everybody I knew was going to take Spanish. You know, I don't remember any of the other languages. I remember it was Spanish, Latin, and Italian. I was the only person out of like anybody that I knew that chose Italian. The only one. And that kind of sucked, but at the same time, you know, I was just like, I wanted to be different. I didn't really necessarily want to do this so much for myself, but more for like to pay homage to my grandmother that passed away, but I also did kind of want to learn it, you know what I mean? Like, Italian is like part of my heritage. So coming up, high school, I don't really know anybody in that class. Everybody seems cool. There's a couple seniors, a couple sophomores, a little bit of like everything is in there. Everybody's cool with one another. I sat to the far left side of the room, and there was a person, a kid. I don't know if it was John or Josh, or if it was Josh or John that sat to the left or behind me. I don't know who sat where, but I know they sat in those two specific seats. I met John fairly quickly and we became very good friends very fast. We talked about games, talked about Battlefield. Very cool dude. And over time, you know, me and him became, you know, pretty good friends, and he became friends with Josh, and he introduced me to Josh, and me and Josh hit it off very fast, very, very fast. And me and Josh became very good friends. And Josh was like a shy kid, and he kind of would keep it to himself, you know, he wouldn't do like over the top stuff, get a lot of attention. But when Josh finally started to get comfortable and pushing out of his shell, like Josh would talk a lot, and Josh would do a lot of dumb shit, and it was a lot of funny shit too. And Josh is a person that I reference in a couple of my videos. Like when we're playing Left 4 Dead, I'll play a clip right here.
Oh no.
Josh! Bad Josh! Josh is just that kid that like everybody in the school knows him. Everybody that I talked to, like that I was friends with, everybody knew Josh. Josh was just that familiar face that everybody knew. And I guess I was kind of like that too in high school. I wasn't the popular kid, but people definitely like knew me. Even after I threw a party my senior year that I could also talk about in a separate video. So back to Italian 1 freshman year. Now I met Josh and John, and we're a bundle of good friends. It's very, very fast how things go down, but like uphill at the same time. So me, John, and Josh hit it off pretty fast, and Josh was still a little bit shy. He was himself, and he was shy. You know, it's understandable. But when Josh finally got comfortable, not just around me and John, but around like the whole class and everything, Josh would, you know, he would do things that aren't necessarily expected, and he would like, you know, I don't feel like he learned it. I feel like he just came up with it. He's the first person I've ever seen do it. But like when you sigh, you tend to like whistle a little bit. The way that he did it, he'd be like, and he would be able to do it a lot better than I could. Way fucking better. It's kind of like, what the fuck kind of better. Like it was kind of like, it's like a howler monkey. I don't even know what the fuck a howler monkey is, but like that just came to mind. So that's what Josh would like do like in the middle of class. And Josh should always find like a way to just get the teacher's attention and just fuck around in class. He would do his work. He was a very like good kid, do his work and everything, but he'd always find a way to just do some dumb shit, and it'd always be funny and always work out, and people would never suspect it was him. Unless it was like blatant obvious, you know what I mean? What the fuck is this guy doing? The fuck are you doing, buddy? So Josh, I don't remember exactly how it went down, but there was one time where Josh was, I think we had to present something for our class, and Josh would occasionally go like, miss, the vents are going again, and then she'd always end up being like, Joshua, like this, kind of like not yelling at him, but like, yo, stop, like just messing around. And it was very funny because like everybody would kind of take Josh seriously, but not take him seriously because he's such a good kid and does like his work. Like how are you gonna complain about a student that does like all the stuff like you asked him to do? You know what I mean? So that's the type of shit like Josh should be doing. And me being friends with him, sitting next to him, you know, a lot of people would like ask, oh, were you the one making those sounds? Were you the one doing this? I would get in trouble a lot for just being associated with this kid, which I necessarily didn't mind, but at the same time it was just like, really, like, you're gonna put the blame on me all because I'm friends with him? What did I do? So this dude would always end up doing some like weird shit in class, and him being the friendly neighborhood howler dude, fucking everybody wanted to learn how to make the sound. Everybody wanted to be friends with him. And Josh would basically make friends with like everybody in that class. He'd make friends with the good kids that did their work and never bothered the teacher. He'd be friends with the bad kids that would purposely bother the teacher. You know, I was that kid in the middle that was just like, I'm friends with everybody. I'm just gonna do my work so I don't get in trouble because I was too much of a nice kid back then. And I mean, I still am now. I don't like getting in trouble. I'm a fucking goody, I'll admit it. So Josh would end up becoming friends with everybody and messing around with everybody. There would be people that would just randomly make sounds in the middle of class. They'd just start talking to each other across the room. Not loud, but like, if you focus on like what they're saying, like you can definitely like see that they're just talking. And the teacher would like focus more on the kids that just didn't care and that had to take the class versus on the kids that wanted to, I guess. I mean, nobody really wanted to really learn in that class that I was in. Everybody was just there because they had to be there. So that was that. Boom! Dude, this fucking new gun's ridiculous. It's fucking funny to use. So it was a very like fun class to be in. And in freshman year, I was going through a very rough time with stuff that was happening at home, and it's a lot of like different other things that were going on. And Josh very like weirdly, like not that weirdly, but like Josh would, you know, he would make that class like enjoyable. Like I would always look forward to it. And Josh would always just do shit to fuck with the teacher. Everybody kind of like ended up getting in the joke, and everyone started messing with her. And like nobody was like taking it like serious, like holy shit. Nobody, I guess, like not took it serious, but like no, everyone was there because like, oh, you know, we have to be here, so like, we have to take the class, you know, whatever. It was never something that like everybody wanted to take, but it was more or less something that like you had to take. So everyone was just there because they had to be there. I guess it's kind of like a job, you know, like you don't go out of your way to do your best, but you do the best that you kind of want to do at the time, I guess you could say. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I feel like some of you guys are gonna see what I'm saying. But this teacher would kind of not take it too far, but like she would get very annoyed very easily by people. And you know, us being kids, I guess we just see things in a different light. We didn't really care. I was that kid that was just, I don't know, I never got involved, but I knew the people that were involved. And it was just, I guess, guilty by association, like I was saying, by knowing Josh. But by the end of the school year, I knew everybody. I was friends with everybody. Motherfucker! Hold up, I gotta kill this dude. Fucking bitch. So this teacher would end up calling like the principals, calling the deans, fucking like, I don't know if you guys know what deans are, but I guess they're just like higher ups in the school, and they have like more power to like pull you into like fucking like detention and like fucking other things that like you're not really like supposed to be in, just other shit. I can't think of the name right now. I literally just woke up. So things in that class got very, very wild. It was practically a fucking zoo in there every day. And I would feel bad, you know what I mean? Like, you know, nobody should have to deal with people that are being annoying and shit. But, you know, at like the same time, it's just like, I don't know. Like, she like knew like people just didn't care. And instead of just like letting it go and letting the people that didn't care fail, she just focused on them more than the people that did care, I guess. But at the same time, nobody in that class cared. And I remember, I guess I'll finish off the story talking about how Titanfall 1 was coming out. And Josh, being one of my good friends, I would tell him like, yo, I got the collector's edition for Titanfall 1. I'm gonna skip school and go to GameStop and pick it up, because at the time, like, you know, GameStop was still the shit. Everybody wanted to get something from there, I guess. Like, GameStop was still popular. I remember still going to midnight releases. It's still like 2014, 2015. After that, nobody really went to GameStop. But I remember telling them when I got to school, you know, it's about to be 12 o'clock. I'm like, yo, GameStop just opened up. I'm about to leave. And I'm over there in class acting like a nerd. I'm like, yo, 1 hour till Titanfall, 2 hours till Titanfall. This and that, and I'm over there nerding the fuck out. And this dude would purposely throw me under the bus within the next 10 seconds, and I didn't even expect it. And he would do it jokingly, like I didn't even get upset or anything either. So, Josh, once the main office called my class, said I was getting dismissed, and I got ready and everything, Josh out loud was just like, yeah, Miss Dana's getting dismissed to go get a game and go play it. Like, purposely out loud. And she was like, really, Danny? And I looked at my teacher and I just shrugged. I'm like, well, yeah. Everyone in the class just started laughing, and it was just like, yeah, man, I'm all about that. So it's just like, no one really like got like, none of the teachers that Josh ended up like telling that took it seriously. Like, they always took it as a joke. There was a time in my junior year where Josh told my English teacher that I was gonna skip school for like the next 2 days because Rainbow Six Siege came out, and a little bit of time after, not in the next 2 days. I remember when Rainbow Six came out, I skipped school. When Halo 5 came out, I skipped school. And I come to school the next day, my teacher would say something to me that I didn't necessarily expect. And Josh would purposely like show my teachers like my live streams and stuff while I was at home. It would show them and they'd play it in the middle of fucking class. So that's another story to talk about. And there's a year 2 of Italian, and there's also my robotics class that I had with Josh that I could also touch in. But I feel like this video has gone long enough. If you guys have enjoyed this commentary and just chatting up with you guys, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to leave a like if you guys did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you guys want to be a part of the crew and just, I don't know, just be part of us. I feel like I don't really got much to say, you know. Just, I'm glad you guys decided to spend a couple of you guys, like, minutes of you guys' day to just chill with me. And yeah, if you guys do want Josh to come for like a part 2 and just be able to talk to him and, you know, have both of us like weigh in on like, Jesus Christ. Okay, nope, not done. Yeah, so my bad, we have fucking construction going on at the house. But so I'm gonna try to wrap this up really fast. If you guys want a part 2, be sure to let me know. Next time, if you guys do end up wanting a part 2, I'll bring in Josh. We'll talk about year 2 Italian, and maybe we can even talk about robotics. Robotics was something else. But yeah, until then, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing week. I'll catch you guys later. Be easy.